Good morning, friends. First of all, I would like to wish all of you very happy New Year 2019. You may think what I am doing here in this chilly morning while I have already announced to make the second part of Gajoldoba video. I think you all have already seen the first part of it. Actually, while processing the second part, I realized that I may have to visit the spot at least once or twice. But managing time is crucial for me now. So I think why don't I visit any nearby location in the meantime to make a short birding video. That's why I'm here now. Behind me you can see a wetland. It is you can hear the bird calls over there. Mainly lesser whistling ducks. It is very close from my house, adjacent to Jalpaiguri town. Not only lesser whistling ducks, here also have some gadawals, some white-eyed poachards, common coots, common purple swamp hen, common moor hen, some egrets, bronze-ring jacanas, and so on. You can see here, these are the thickets. These are also very good for terrestrial winter migrant birds. So let's explore the place and let's see what we get today. This is yellow bittern, one of the commonest bittern found in winter here. It breeds in northern Indian subcontinent east to Japan and Indonesia. It is mainly resident, but some northern birds may migrate locally. Its preferred habitat is paddy field and wet marshland. It feeds mainly on insects, small fishes, and obviously amphibians. This is bronze-winged jacana, which is a very common bird in the family of Jacanidae. It has a huge feet and claws and a very lightweight body which enables it to walk on floating vegetations like water hyacinths in shallow marshlands and wetlands that are their preferred habitat. The bronze-winged jacana is a resident bird, breeds in entire Southeast Asia including Indian subcontinent. They make nest on floating aquatic plants like on water hyacinths, and it has been seen that male birds often carry their chicks between their wings and bodies. These birds prefer to feed on insects and invertebrates picked from these floating water plants, aquatic plants, and from water surface. This is citrine wagtail. The citrine refers to its yellowish coloration. Though here, this one is in a non-breeding plumage with less yellow on its head and breast. This is basically a winter visitor to most of our subcontinent except southern peninsula area. It breeds in Himalayas
and prefer to spend their winter in lowland marshes, wetlands, and on large rivers. It has been noted that it often walking on floating vegetations and grassy margins of rivers to collect their foods. Their foods are mainly small insects, aquatic insects, earthworms, and invertebrates. Rosy pipits in the family of water pipit, which are winter visited to our region. Though it is called rosy, but we can get only non-breeding plumage of these birds, lacking a rosy touch on its breast and throat. It is one of the commonly found water pipit to entire northeastern India. Foraging on the ground and on the floating aquatic plants or the edge of large water bodies are their typical habit. They prefer to feed on earthworms, small plants, and water insects. Breeds mainly in Tibet and China, and prefer to do their wintering in Southeast Asia and eastern Himalayan foothills and Assam valleys. This is white-eyed pochard or ferruginous pochard, a winter migrant dabbling duck commonly seen in large wetlands and estuaries in winter. Breeds in Eurasia to Mongolia and winters throughout the Mediterranean basin and Black Sea. Eastern birds winters in southern and southeastern Asia, including Indian subcontinent. These are gregarious, often mixed with other diving ducks like gadwalls or tufted ducks. They feeds on mainly on by diving or dabbling. Aquatic plants, small molluscs, or aquatic insects are their prime food source.
There is a blue throat behind the bushes. I'm trying to get close of it and try to get some good shots. There is a beautiful blue throat popping up over there. I'm trying to get close of it and let's see what happens.
This is blue throat, a spectacular winter migrant bird in the family of a robin or old world flycatcher. This one is the nominate race of this bird in its non-breeding plumage, which is fairly common in this time in this area. Winters mostly in scrubs, thickets near paddy field or in large wetlands near human habitation is their main habit. It can be skulking and quiet when non-breeding, keeping in pairs on or close to ground even in winter. It often runs behind the insects on ground, hunts mostly in early morning and evening, and rest of the day prefer to rest in scarps when the sun goes off. It breeds in Palearctic region, Alaska, and prefer to do their wintering in northern Africa and entire Southeast Asia. This is grey-throated sand martin or Asiatic plain martin. It is a small passerine bird in swallow family. These are highly gregarious, moves in big flocks. They are locally abundant in winter. It always prefer to spend their day near wetland, grassland, and near large water bodies. These are highly colonial, making nests on October to April by digging sand banks. It feeds on flying insects and on floating water insects. It is a resident bird from Assam Valley to the Gangetic Plains of Bengal.